I'd like for you to pause this video and try example 2 on your own. Pause. Unpause at this point. And let's go over the answer to example number 2. You want to find all these different asymptotes, wholes, and graph it. So in order to do that, let's start by factoring. The top here, factors of -2 that add up to be -1 are x minus 2, x plus 1. Then for the other one, we've got a factor of 2 in front. So a factor of 2 and 1 combined with the factors of 6 that add up to be -1. We've got a 2x and an x right there. And then we would have a, let's see, this would be like a plus 3. And then this would be -2, it looks like. Yeah, that works out to be a minus x in the middle. And then I can see my x minus 2's are going to cancel, and I'm left with x plus 1 over 2x plus 3. So vertical asymptotes, we've got one at x equals -3/2. We've got a whole at x equals 2, because that's the factor that canceled. And then to find the y piece, we would plug x into what's left over, so 2 plus 1 over 2 times 2 plus 3 is 3/7. So 2 comma 3/7. So as we evaluate the limit as x approaches 2 from the left, it's going to be 3/7. As x approaches, actually from the right, as x approaches 2 from the left, it's also 3/7. It's getting closer and closer to that whole. If I look at x approaching the -3/2, that's our vertical asymptote, which does not exist. Or you might say it's going off to infinity of some sort. Looking at the horizontal asymptotes, as x approaches infinity, we look at our degrees, and we see the degrees are the same here. So we are going to look at the ratio of the number in front of the largest exponent, which is 1/2. And as we go to -infinity, it is also going to be 1/2. I have some students put a negative there because they think it goes off to -infinity, but that's not the case. And we can confirm this by graphing all the different parts out. You can plug this into your calculator to see it, but we have a vertical asymptote at x equals -3/2. We do have that horizontal asymptote at +1/2. And then we've got the whole at 2 comma 3/7. So my graph is going to do something like this and something like that. I might say, how did I come up with some of those things? Well, I know my general sketch of what it's going to look like, and then to know on the other side of the vertical asymptote, I plug in a -2. And if I were to plug in a -2, I see my end result is positive, so it's going to be way above the x-axis. So I can see there's my general shape. And for this one, it does confirm it does not exist. You don't see it going to +infinity on both sides or -infinity. It's going to 2 different infinities. So you do have to say does not exist for that one. But that is how all the vertical asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes tie into limits. Once again, if you're going off to infinity, that's where you've got the vertical asymptote. But if you're approaching infinity with the limits, that's where you are going to have the horizontal asymptote.